Hey YouTube, this is Other Prepper One, and welcome to Boots on the Ground. Day after Thanksgiving. I hope you didn't eat too much, and I hope you're taking advantage. If you need anything of the great sales that are going on, uh, we're still offering our sales for a few more days for our survival supplies, be it the straw, be it flashlight, be it whatever it is. We have some things 10, 20, 30% off. I'll put the links for it, and I appreciate any support you give us and all the support you've given us over the years. But let's get right into some news we need to know. There was a study done in South America that had to deal with when your sports team loses, you are more prone to violence. It will trigger violence. And you could have done that study in the United States when teams lose, especially championship game. One city burns down because they're happy, and a lot of times the other city burns down because they're sad. So, yes, people are really into their sports teams. While you were eating turkey, the United States government pulled a fast one on us. They added $40 billion to the debt. I think Mike sent me the information because I don't have my current information. I usually keep very good records, but I'm not at the house right now. And he also said that the GDP went up 600 billion, and that definitely did because of our increase. I don't know why they keep raising the GDP and they also raise the debt. I think it's to make the percentage of GDP to the debt lower. And right now it's sky high. So we added $40 billion. Remember, typically on every day we add about $3 billion. The person sent this to me about operator that has 670 gas stations in the Mid-Atlantic area. And this would be Pennsylvania, Ohio, North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. Over the holiday weekend, they're going to be selling their gas for $1.99. $1.99. So you could easily check the internet to see if you're in those states, in those areas. But it is the unleaded 88. So you can use this in newer vehicles from 2001 up. Germany is having a severe problem. They have been very supportive of Ukraine, sending a lot of equipment, sending a lot of money. And now they're broke, and they have a big deficit, and they're having some political problems because of this. Are they going to continue spending money they don't have and giving it to Ukraine, or are they going to start solving their problem? And Germany is having right now some economic problems, so they don't have any money to give away. You probably a few days ago heard about the Houthis in Yemen doing kamikaze attacks against one of our U.S. destroyers, the USS Thomas Hudner. Luckily, we were able to shoot every single one down, no damage to our ship. But this is just showing you that the world is a crazy place. If they get a good lucky shot on one of our ships and puts it on the bottom of the ocean, that's going to cause severe reaction from the United States, and which will cause more instability in that region. There's a lot of information coming out of Russia about their Russian strategic nuclear forces. They are mobilizing more and more. They're getting ready in case they have to launch. And this is not good news. Their intercontinental ballistic missiles are being moved around, being put in launch sites. So I hope you're paying attention to that. I hope you're preparing mentally for this. Gold is up this morning. Now, this was a couple hours ago. It was up over $10 an ounce, and it is at over the $2,000 mark. Silver's up 65 cents an ounce. So some movements in there. You've probably heard about the Dublin in Ireland, a stabbing by a man. He injured a few children. The lady that was with the children protected them. So two were seriously wounded. One of them is a 5-year-old girl. And this is definitely fueling anti-immigration because this wasn't migrant. So they've had a lot of riots, a lot of burning, looting. So pray that this doesn't get out of hand. But I understand why these people are feeling this way. They have accepted so many migrants into their country. It's changing the dynamics of their country. And finally, people are upset about it. Business cuts. Employment is being cut for the first time in about 3.5 years. So jobs are being shedded, and this is just because of the negative outlook. Home sales are also declining. Were the lowest point in 13 years as mortgage just keeps soaring. The rate went from 7.3 to 7.8. Now, in the last week or two, it has come down a little bit to 7.4, but still, that is a huge, huge interest rate compared to what was just a few years ago. So this is definitely putting the brakes on the housing market because of these mortgage rates. Lowe's has also said that they have lowered their full year sales projection. They were projecting about 87 to 89 billion dollars in sales, and this has been cut down to 86 billion. Their shares have fallen right before Thanksgiving about 3% on Tuesday, and they are looking at year-over-year sales down probably 13% from the third quarter. So a lot of people that were doing huge improvements during the pandemic has stopped that, and plus people are stopping it because of financial reasons. Barclays is laying off, could be up to 2,000 staff. So they're trying to become more profit conscious. So they're laying some people off. That's 2,000. An insurance technology firm, I think it's Zywave Incorporated, they're moving 100 U.S. jobs overseas to the Philippines. So that's going to hurt. Citigroup is saying they're going to lay out about 300 senior managers. So those are very high-paying jobs. What surprises me was Advanced Auto Parts, and that's based out of Raleigh. It's a Fortune 500 company. They're going to eliminate 400 people, try to become more profitable. And that to me was astonishing because, you know, as the economy goes down, more people will be fixing the cars instead of replacing them. So I personally thought that they would be doing good, but they are laying off about 400 people. Wells Fargo laying off a bunch of people. 40 to 50 employees from their management direction. So that's hurting. And there was tons more. That was just a few I wanted to share with you. Some good news. It looks like we have a ceasefire. Hamas has released, I think, 13 people. They're going to release up to 50 people over the next few days. Hopefully this truce holds out. Hopefully they can build on this truce. One good news, if you're needing to buy some batteries, if you're going to put on your solar system, lithium prices for battery grade lithium has crashed. It has gone from like $84,000 per metric ton down to $18,630, and that's a 78% decline. So hopefully this will make batteries a lot less in price for the prepper or for someone doing a project to go off grid. Probably heard the Army failed their 6th consecutive audit. They can never figure out where all their money is, where all their equipment is. And to make it even worse, they have requested $114 million in funding for diversity initiatives. So this would be for inclusion, equity, accessibility, and diversity. And this would be money they need for their year 2024. So unbelievable. Also, there was a study out that said, and a survey out that the American dream is slipping away from so many people. The ability to buy a house is not there. So if you look at the economy, we're definitely getting worse. If you see what they did, and I find it very funny that they do it at night on Thanksgiving to slip in that $41 billion of additional debt. I find that very, very interesting why they did that when everyone was either celebrating, sleeping, and definitely not paying attention. But they did it to us. So I hope you're prepping. Thanks for watching.